Yes. Indeed we are. The map is loaded. Daybreak game number 2. And our Zerg player to the bottom left. Newly joining LGIM, former Fnatic player. It's ByuL.
Which means star.
Yep. So far not shining so bright yet.
Yep. Well, this time.
He didn't get a camera shot.
Maybe. Yep. We have top right player. Is the talent for Team MVP for the GSL, GSTL run-up. It is Keen. Who also does not get a camera shot.
They want to keep it fair.
Yep. Zoom. There we go. Now we have the score on board as well. Gas cancel here, going for the oversupply, E11, and well, there comes the Overlord. And this is, yeah, extractor cancel, trick to go into the oversupply, and then builds the pool a little bit later.
Yeah, he did this last game as well, yeah.
It's what you're more comfortable with.
Keen is going to be doing a 1x expand. I'd put money on it. Unless he actually... How many SCVs does he have queued?
No, looks like...
Look more like a command center first now, actually. Yep.
Yep. Not getting a barracks just yet. Getting this command center out first. And ByuL with the hatch, most likely at 15. What is... He sent out one drone already, scouting for proxies.
Yeah, he just wants to be careful. And he's going to go take his hatch first behind it.
That's actually messing the timing a little bit up here. Not only did he build it at 16, but he also lost a little bit additional time.
Yeah.
So
he started his CC first before the hatch, even.
Yeah.
He made it on the high ground though, so that's part of the reason why. Just to get really technical. And there will be the pool for ByuL. Meanwhile, the barracks goes down around the same time.
Drone not able to get into the main base.
Nope.
Oh, but at least able to annoy the SCVs a little bit.
Yeah, just annoying him. He's a little bit frustrated. Give him a headache. He's gonna go take an Advil later.
Real SCVs still dream. Oh,
do they now?
I'm sick. Be quiet.
What's
you know what?
What's tree? Where do you harvest?
Where do you have to harvest that? You know, I feel awful. You're making fun of me. I'm gonna sulk now for a little bit.
That's okay.
Drill deep. Drr.
Yep.
Gonna sound like Chewbacca in a second.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, transit shift team 1 needs to report immediately because there's an incoming supply ship at docking bay 11. That's what I just read. I heard that.
Yep, that's on one of the platforms. Oh, there it is actually. You can see that for a second.
Tonight's movie is Broken Back Mining Station, followed by recent meteor showers. Attention, Service Bay 5B is closed for repairs due to recent meteor showers. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, it just keeps switching, that's why.
Well,
I'm really analyzing Daybreak on another level I've never done before.
Yeah, Daybreak news. I didn't even know that. Ouch. I didn't even know that we had a Daybreak news channel.
I'm looking around. You know, I noticed the player on the left side of the map doesn't get these special features.
That's actually a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, it's not really
Wolf is actually zooming the map left and right, trying to find it somewhere. It's like, that's not fair. Why is the player to the top right more informed than the player at the bottom left? And at the same time, we have the Zerglings running in and doing damage.
Yeah, he actually made a lot more links than he normally would. Looks like he made 8 in total, and he's actually going to kill some SCVs for it. Great control by Keen and reaction time, though. 11 drones come out for ByuL, and he's going to add gases here. Taking him at his natural rather than his main.
And this is more of this 2-base style that we have sometimes, and with all the gas that he takes, not in the main base just yet, but you can already see that we will have him now. I actually wouldn't be surprised to see him go for the speed, for the tech first. I still think it's going to be speed, but yeah.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
With the 3rd base now, it's more likely going to be speed than anything else.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be... it wouldn't really make sense to try to hold a 3rd base and go for tech without having the speed. It's too risky, especially against a player like me.
If you have more queens, yeah, but only with 4, that's not really going to work. That's sacrificing just too much, and you are up against Italians, you know that already, so yeah, speed is on the tap. That's the first upgrade. And oh, that's the Commander Keen that I know.
Yep, hiding it. Uh-oh, let's go and actually see it. I don't think you can see it.
Yeah. And we were talking about the Blue Flame, of course, that is now on the production tab. Keen is known for his Hellion plays. He did that against ST several times, against every Zerg. In one of the games, Keen will play Hellions against you.
Wow, he showed the Tech Lab, making it look like he was going to go into a normal Stim type build and then cancel it after the Overlord was dead. That's pretty cool.
Yep. So,
but there's already a Roche Warren.
ByuL might actually misread it.
He's got some star sets, quite literally here. As he is already starting a wall. He's got the Roche Warren coming up.
That's a pretty epic wall too.
That's an epic wall.
He's not afraid to build spike crawlers here. And against Keen, you should never... against Keen, more is just more. Yeah. More spike crawlers is better. Exactly. More is better.
In this case, it's not less is more.
No, more is more.
Yeah, more is more.
Yeah, more is actually a lot more. A lot more safe.
You know, Keen has this Hellion strategy planned, and ByuL has got a nice defense set up at not only his natural, but with the Keen series guys is third, he should be okay. There's not going to be a run line. That's what I'm trying to say. Is he's not going to be able to get in here like, and ByuL's going to be like, uh-oh, how did he get in there?
That's the rest of the Hellions. Are they able to sneak into the main? I
don't think so.
Yeah,
but the drones actually just got sent over to the third again.
Yes, the Roach is ready now. Here come the Queens, transfusing.
I thought it was weird he fought the Queens there rather than trying to kill the drones. Maybe he didn't see them.
Yeah, I don't think he saw them. Letek is done. And that was really well defended by ByuL. He's not falling for those tricks of Keen. He knows that Keen is quite fond of his Blue Flame Hellion play, and Keen so far didn't really make it work.
Yeah, not yet.
Maybe now.
Uh-oh, the drone's stacking up a little bit, but he doesn't want to commit against that many Roaches, the Spinecrawler, and the Queens. Nice defense of his own Hellions by Keen, but then he passed them right back in. It looks like one of them did die.
Everywhere he's trying to make those Hellions work. Walking up the ramp again. Oh, that's the gap. He actually gets the Hellions in, but no, he's blocked.
Only
loses
two get
a few, 3.
He sees the Spire, though.
Sees the Spire, but here come the Hellions. Can they take down the drone?
One more shot. Nope.
Really well defended by ByuL. How many did he kill in total? That's 9 Harvesters killed by Queen.
He lost more Hellions,
that is
I'm pretty sure.
Nothing. That's nothing at all. He lost a lot more Hellions that he killed Harvesters.
Yeah, I think I mean, not even about the resources, I think he literally lost more Hellions than ByuL lost Harvesters.
Definitely. That's definitely true.
Yeah, resources lost show almost double for Keen.
That was really well executed by ByuL. A nice defense. This was one of the best defense on 3 bases against Hellion that I've seen in quite a while. Especially on this map, so many Zerg players, even when they set up a wall, died. I am really happy that we finally have a few Zergs who are able to withstand this pressure.
Yeah. And that's not how you save an SCV against Lings. You pull it back towards the Marines. As a Zerg player, you could save your drones by transforming the drone into an extractor temporarily, but that's not how SCVs work. Sometimes you can path around slow Lings, but not around speed Lings.
I actually think that the SCV might have slept with one of the wives of the Marines, and they were like, well, we can't kill the SCV, but if we are a little bit late at defending it, who will accuse us?
Who will know?
Yeah.
Huge Ling run by that no one is also going to know about, because it's going to be dead before you guys see it on camera. He did take out a siege tank.
Yeah, one siege tank at the top right has just been killed, but not too much else has happened there. So, yeah, one tank against a couple of Zerglings. Wasn't too exciting, don't worry. Top left, we have currently the 4th base for ByuL, and he is once again in the mid-game relying on the Mutalisk strategy. +2/+2 is on its way.
I feel like ByuL is insanely ahead in this game in every way. He's got his 4th base up really fast, defended the Hellions efficiently, his tech is coming out nicely, he's got 2/2 upgrades way ahead.
The thing that is always a bit of a problem is that you have the 4th base, but if a Terran plays on 3 bases, he can do quite a lot. If you are on 3 bases as a Terran and you defend well, then the Zerg has to be very careful here, because especially when those later upgrades hit for the Marines, you have such a strong force. If you micro well, and Keen has shown in game 1 that he has great micro, then the Zerg can't be too safe.
Yeah. 3-3, or he wants 3-3, but he has to start 2-2 first, and it's very late. In fact, we're going to have another engagement potentially with, just like last game, where ByuL fights with a big chorus of Lings, Speed, Banelings, and Mutalisks versus a group of Marines that are on inferior upgrades, and that's pretty rare.
What I like about ByuL in these games is that he really spreads his creep a lot.
Yeah.
He connects those bases, he already connects the creep to the 4th, and he spreads tumors to the right side of the map. We have him also with a hive tech. So he's not cutting too many corners here. But Keen, I actually like how he deals with the upgrades here. I mean, this time it's a little bit late on 2-2. But still, usually what we saw in game 1 is that he goes straight for the 3-3 as soon as he's done with those upgrades. And, well, here comes a bit of pressure by ByuL. But with the wall, with the bunker, with the siege tanks, there's not a lot that ByuL can effectively do. He's not gonna suicide like 50 Banelings into this and hoping to do enough damage to make it count.
That's definitely not going to be the case. Well, he's...
Well, set it and suddenly builds 36 Zerglings.
Yeah.
Just waiting for those Zerglings to turn into Banelings, but I don't think it's going to work. All happen.
He saw this horse, I'm pretty sure, coming through the middle of the map. He may try to flank it. Those Marines get trapped in between two horses. No, he's just going to go for this third base attack that we thought was a little bit less likely.
Yeah, but now the problem is there was no wall anymore. With the units out of position, there is not that much to defend. Earlier there was an entire army to defend these bases, but he moved out.
Keen, I feel, has enough to defend now with some siege tanks here. The Banelings kind of wasted themselves, a few of them even hitting the depots and the command center. Keen's got a better army in the middle of the map, and he should be able to defend ByuL's attack really well. I think Keen gets the better trade here by far, and now he can actually keep pushing forward if he wants to onto the creep. Start clearing it up a little bit.
ByuL built about 30 Banelings, and I'm not quite sure where they are. Top left, there is apparently a drop that takes down a few of those harvesters.
That's where the Banelings are.
There are the Banelings. So that's the problem for Keen. He needs to take down the tumors, that's what he does now. But he needs to get into position with those siege tanks before the Banelings actually engage.
Uh-oh, the Zerglings try to connect before the siege tanks do. He pulls the Marines back. The siege tanks are in position, but Keen does not have enough.
No, he doesn't. Most of the siege tanks were not sieged up in time. The fungals were good for ByuL. The Banelings connect, and Keen drops down to 125 supply. And now we have at the right side of the map the third base established again. But the fourth is still alive for Keen. That drop took down a few drones, but not the base itself.
Yeah, and ByuL, though, is still leading in economy heavily at 79 to 61. No fourth base for Keen. He's trying to put it over there. Now he's got it landed. And we've just got drops everywhere. ByuL threw away his Mutalisks with that attack. All of them, every single one is dead. So now he's trying to make Spore Crawlers and Spines as his bases, knowing that he can't afford the gas to go into Mutalisks because he's trying to get these 3-3 upgrades out with his Ultralisk. But I like the choice to dump the minerals into Spines and Spores to defend against the drops, because that's where he's the most vulnerable right now with his good creep spread. Obviously the medevac, you can fly over the creep, so that's not an issue, but gotta have those Spines ready to defend your tech. There's a Chitinous Plating as well coming out.
+3 attack for Keen, just started. Armor upgrade, not yet. Zerglings still trying to annoy a little bit. For ByuL, things are going pretty well. 3 upgrades, Chitinous Plating, Ultralisk tech done, 5th base on the way. So it's just like him ticking off point after point of a checklist. He's like, yeah, well, this is my ZVT, and so far everything works in my favor.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're seeing here.
There's not a lot of drop play from Keen, you know. We see him with this one attack at the top left, but that's all that he tried to do in this game. We haven't seen any attempts to pressure the the main base. And now he's losing the space in the middle. Keen is just really, really hard pressed in the second game.
Well, is he actually going to lose it? I'm not so sure. I think he can save it, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It costs him a lot to save it, but
that's close.
He does save it. And the drop of the main base here will be shut down.
There we go.
Well, he's got a good position with the siege tanks here in the main, but the Ultras, I think, may be enough.
Yeah, the Ultras seem to be a little bit too much. The Marines are in a good spot, but could actually just have picked up here.
Yeah, I think he probably should.
Especially since there are no infestors around.
That was a little bit probably.
He's falling so fast behind in supply because of it. He's just sacrificing a lot and not training as well as he could. If he just falls back with those medivacs and loads all the units in without infestors present to fungal, I feel he can save a lot of his army, but now he's 60 army supply behind ByuL. ByuL just has a massive lead in this
He just
game.
had too much economy. He's got his units covered really well. With the creep spread he's got a ton of Spores and Spines in each of his bases. He's been able to put all the right pressure on in all the right places in this game to keep Keen on the defensive. Now when Keen's trying to be aggressive, ByuL has too much. It's too hard to push against him. His 3-3 was done way before Keen's Keen still is going to be done for this fight. He actually is going to lose his base this time for sure.
I don't think he can defend this. Yeah, I don't think that he has any chance. There are too many ultimas, not enough SCVs to repair. The planetary is gone. The siege tank is also done. And now ByuL even doubling the supply. Keen has to tap out. GG. 1-1 once again. The third game to decide who's going to take the series in advance.
Yep, we're going to jump into it in just a moment. I'm really interested to see what the map is going to be, in fact.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of three-map games so far. Shine against SOS, Swiddle against Yongwa, and now also ByuL versus Keen. After this, we have a Protoss versus Protoss.
Yes.
Trap and Vampire.
That game, I think, came down to that attack at the third base that went so well for ByuL, and then he got an early lead, kept going, and everything just really pushed things forward for him, and he got the very fast 3-3 upgrades. He had 2-2 first as well. That's another thing that helped him at the third.
ByuL and Keen already.
Yeah, the map
good to go.
Is in fact Belshire Vestige.
Oops.
Don't speak too soon.
Yeah, a little bit too fast to jump the gun too fast there. Game loading, guys. ByuL versus Keen. Get the GSL with the afternoon session. ZVT. Belshire Vestige.
Yep. It's loading a little bit slow.
Let's jump right